Hello, my name is Christopher Adair, and the company I chose to research and elaborate on was C.H.Robinson Worldwide Incorporated. The corporation is involved in a few industries, but is mainly a third-party logistics provider or freight broker. Some of the other industries the company is involved in are freight transportation, outsourcing solutions, produce sourcing, and information technology services. The identification of these industries as their choice services are the first priority to strategic positioning. The creation and implementation of a strategy is at the core of a well-run and usually thriving company. Without proper establishment of and practice of the strategy, a company is surely doomed to compete when it could thrive. Dynamic natures of industries present the need for formulation of a good strategy and implementation of said strategy to achieve better results. All of the planning in the world will not completely generate success. C.H. Robinson founded the strategy on opportunity. In order for an enterprise to maintain proper form and follow a productive path, the purpose, values, and view of the future need to be communicated to all involved in the process. This vision must be available in the form of a mission statement. The mission of C.H. Robinson is as follows. Our people, processes, and technology improve the world's transportation and supply chains, delivering exceptional value to our customers and suppliers. Providing the mission statement is not enough on many levels. There must be strategic goals, objectives, and very importantly, strategic leaders that exemplify the vision, lead by example on a daily basis, and influence organizational outcomes for the survival and growth of the enterprise. The complete strategy chosen by individual companies must symmetrically align the elements of strategy. C.H. Robinson recognizes the functions that it entails rely on different industry conditions and thus keep a flexible and adaptable model that constantly is reacting to changing economic conditions as well as industry evolutions to remain competitive on an ongoing basis. The large geographic arena makes the decision of decentralized personnel decisions important because area managers must be able to accommodate change quickly. C.H. Robinson has consistently, since initial founding in the late 1800s, looked to find deficiencies in industries and strive to make them better. Being involved in multiple industries from third-party transportation to produce to information technology allows the globally spanning company to increase efficiencies across multiple industries when it increases its own prowess. From early on, the company realized that maximizing its capabilities would be critical to growth and betterment of all industries it enters. Creating a system spanning the entire corporation has allowed efficient use of resources that have been acquired over its lifetime. By being involved locally at over 230 locations, the company has connected to its many customers, partners, and communities in a strong way and remains focused on providing the best services it can while maintaining their belief in the effects of being a good corporate citizen. By consistent involvement with forward-thinking initiatives, the company tries to create potential growth on a regular basis. Knowing your external environment is hard enough to understand on a domestic basis, but expanding globally only exponentially increases difficulties, which is why C.H. Robinson is shown to focus expansion processes on the absorption strategy. By absorbing global industry occupants, the company is able to found their new local chapter on solid ground. An advantage that the corporation has is the homogeneous needs of its global customers. The company works with a solid vision, but allows individual branches to manage their needs accordingly. This policy of allowing branches to operate with an opportunistic approach but a core strategy in mind helps penetrate local markets, provide face-to-face service when needed, and recruit contract carriers, while allowing the group to learn and pass knowledge about industry changes or possibilities efficiently. These asset-building actions are key factors for the global success of C.H. Robinson. Centralized support resources allow the many branches to work effectively in an effort to raise the performance of the whole. This shows the broad branch network and positioning has given them an advantage worldwide. Strategic positioning will make and break a company if not carefully monitored and reviewed. Situation relative to an industry's competitors will guide or force your hand. C.H. Robinson has done what almost all great companies do. They evolve. From industry and presence to strategy and arenas. Produce sourcing began as a generic differentiation strategy for the early concepts of the company. Provide produce when necessary, to whom needs it, was the goal. This led to a clear and concrete transition to transportation and an evolution to low-cost leadership. After further evolution, the company relies on a focused differentiation or providing complete transportation efforts from start to finish, thus the 3PL. This company has sufficiently moved into the era of differentiation again, while maintaining the need to provide valuable services at reasonable prices for the betterment of the company and the customers. The continuous evolution happens because of the integrated positions that C.H. Robinson builds upon. They build upon existing strategies they have vigorously worked to maintain and improve in whatever industry they are involved in currently. Its finely processed transportation services have provided cutting-edge logistic solutions and information services that they build upon regularly and provide for its entire supply chain. By working to establish multiple strategic business units that these services are led by, the company excels at watching industry trends and acting upon them so as not to become complacent. An important aspect of success is also reaction in the face of change, or strategy in the ever-changing dynamics of your industry. C.H. Robinson frequently puts forward an effort to be in the front of or a fast follower in any dynamic change in their industries. This strategy takes many forms, such as their efforts to latch on to new and ingenuitive ideas by not only generously giving but being involved with universities like MIT. This involvement could be considered an absorption strategy because this established alliance brings fresh young minds in to help develop technology and constantly challenge the status quo. The company itself doesn't micromanage every aspect of the corporation, but it does establish simple rules for improvisation through strategy that does not combine ability to improvise. This allows for its individual offices around the world to remain cutting edge in some hyper-competitive markets. C.H. Robinson consistently analyzes the real options it has available and almost as consistently relies on growth options as a category for valuation. Investing in global markets that have established needs and availability for growth is its only constant plan of action. The corporation excels in this area and builds upon it regularly. Diversification potential lies all around a company's core competencies, from vertically integrating to entering another industry that will provide synergy for a service you already perform. C.H. Robinson initially sought diversification through vertical integration, with their revelation that they needed to own the line of vehicles that they were moving produce with in order to efficiently source them at the time. Now, ownership is not necessarily the outlet that is necessary, but the efficient visualization of current information is a bare minimum for the company's synergistic approach. Conglomerate-bound relatively soon after inception, C.H. Robinson also builds constantly on its economies of scope. Its information technology and information services provide much greater processing potential for identifying efficient paths and combinations that better the services provided. This could fall under the category of revenue enhancement synergies also, being that because the information technologies greatly reduce waste throughout the transportation process, the technologies save money by reducing time spent in the cycle, total distance traveled, and money wasted through overuse. C.H. Robinson has established and continues to reevaluate their diversification process. The safest pattern involves related diversification into a geographic field that has need, but no apparent competition other than the firm that they now hope to absorb. Gradually building this empire that stretches the globe partially protects against certain dangers involved in the global market today. Acquisition is a process through which the company makes its geographic scope larger. This allows the company to enter a market with an established goodwill and build upon the growth potential. The international strategy of this third-party logistics corporation is based on its core strategy of serving customers locally, nationally, and globally. This, for C.H. Robinson, meant international expansion. The key for growth potential into international boundaries revolved around building the branch network that they so relentlessly rely on now. According to their own numbers, approximately 40% of their truckload shipments are shared between branches. This requires an extensive network working together to create one competitive advantage. By pooling their knowledge of local conditions, capabilities in certain areas of the world, collaborative understandings of customers' needs, and centralized support resources between branches, they provide a service which is very hard to fathom, let alone meet or exceed. By directly investing in foreign companies worldwide, they have spread their network in a strategic pattern that allows them to build on local rapport while investing to better their efficiencies on a local level and increasing the overall network and customer base. Investing in companies already present allows them to build economies of scale in that area of the world and avoid some of the losses associated with the liabilities of newness and foreignness. Building their company with the knowledge that the dynamic nature of logistics could change the industry quickly and inherently Giving power of calculated decision-making abilities to individual branches has allowed the company to experience annual growth and retain the people that make their company run smoothly. A firm's resources and capabilities are the competitive advantage sources that they likely separate them from industry incumbents. Thus, C.H. Robinson acquires other 3PLs and logistics firms, but as with an alliance, they build and generate a shared advantage for both parties. Through a continued relationship with such higher learning grounds as MIT, C.H. Robinson has built and continues to build new strategies and technologies that facilitate the transfer of knowledge from all areas of the corporation. This knowledge sharing only builds greater alliances between individual branches of the company and customers around the world. By combining the aggregate resources available to the entire corporation, it only enhances the service quality that they can combine as a whole and value creation ability of the entire supply chain. C.H. Robinson has gradually and consistently grown by pursuing synergy throughout the logistics industry. Carefully considering any and all moves has allowed the company to move in a positive and global direction. Acquisition of well-rooted logistics routing companies all over the world has increased their global market share while immediately opening market access into many once unopened markets. The types of acquisitions that C.H. Robinson continues to make would be considered geographical roll-ups, being that they are acquiring firms in the same industry, usually retaining the resources and management, but imposing certain processes on them. Because C.H. Robinson brings new technology to its acquisitions that allow the overall betterment of its procedures, they can in turn give this back to their customers, only building on the rapport they relied on when adding the new acquisition. The rationale in acquiring the small 3PLs they do is that C.H. Robinson relies on their centrally focused management style to maintain an overall operational effectiveness, while allowing individual branches to build on each other positively on the outskirts of the company lines. The operational efficiencies of any international corporation can begin to work against each other very quickly if they are not built on a firm culture. The structure of this firm that is involved in a dynamic context follows an international configuration. This basically follows that efficiency and strategy implementation are of importance while still giving resource, asset, and responsibility control to the individual branches around the world. This structure is best expressed by the fact that C.H. Robinson uses its acquisition strategy to access new markets and raise their overall global market share. Information system implementation has consistently given C.H. Robinson an edge in the industry. This system also allows the corporation to focus on one of its largest assets, people. By continually keeping people at the forefront of their organization, the company can focus on building their contacts, credibility, and cultural understanding. Focus on building assets that increase their productivity, profitability, and potential for growth is what has made C.H. Robinson able to grow at a continuous rate. As with many new ventures, C.H. Robinson began those 100 plus years ago on the realization of an opportunity and filling that need. All of these years later, the company has built itself on transporting produce, technologically leads its industry in implementing efficiency-making processes that move products around the world. Beginning with an entrepreneurial realization that giving a customer set what they want is a key to moving forward, has allowed C.H. Robinson to grow from horse-drawn buggy to a 240-plus branch corporation that is integrated to get whatever a customer needs when and where they need it. Realizing that an employee's vested interest is more personal when they are invested in the company they work for has allowed the former owners on more than one occasion to sell the company back to its employees. In a step towards staying power, the company began to be publicly traded in 1997 and has since continued to grow on an average quarterly basis. In summary, C.H. Robinson has established a wealth of goodwill, technological advances that lead efficiency betterment, people that bleed the company's culture, and a wide range of industry services. They use this culture to build its resources and capabilities. Always advancing and adapting to necessary changes is at the forefront of importance. A major strategic element that is relevant to the company still is carefully considering through evaluation of the real options before any acquisition finalization. Trust but verify that individual branches are continually using the framework of the company as a means to grow. In an effort to better one of their industries, produce sourcing, the company will need to continually look and cultivate partnerships that can better both parties.